Well, perfect. Let's get started on time then. Welcome everyone to the February regular board meeting of the Oakwood City Schools. Here from Hartman School live and through Zoom, administered through the Zoom platform. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone. Where else would you rather be? Happy Beat Bellbrook Day. It's our last boys basketball game tonight, so hopefully they play well. And then happy week before winter break. 4 days left in the week, and away we all will go somewhere, or hang out here. Tiffany, would you call the roll, please?
Absolutely. Mr. Wilson.
Here.
Ms. Kawhi.
Here.
Dr. Middleton. Here. Mr. Schwieterman.
Here.
Mr. Duell.
Here. Everyone would please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, and the flag is directly over Mr. Wilson's head there. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. May I please have a motion to adopt this evening's agenda?
So moved. Second.
Tiffany?
Mr. Wilson.
Aye.
Mr. Schwieterman.
Aye.
Ms. Kawhi.
Aye.
Dr. Middleton. And Mr. Duell.
Aye. And a motion please to approve the meeting minutes of the Oakwood Board of Education's January 10th regular meeting, organizational meeting, and work session.
Second.
Tiffany?
Dr. Middleton. Mr. Wilson.
Aye.
Ms. Kawhi.
Aye.
Mr. Schwieterman.
Aye.
And Mr. Duell.
Abstain. Accommodations and public comments. Dr. Raymond?
Great. We have a couple guests, and we're going to have Bree Andrews and Kevin Jones, and Ashley, are you speaking as well? Well, come on down. And they're OSF giving us an update on the Flourish campaign.
Hello, everybody. I'm Kevin Jones. I'm on the OSF, one of the trustees for the Oakwood Schools Foundation, and also the chair of the Flourish campaign for the Performing Arts and Visual Arts Center. Thank you very much for having me here tonight. Appreciate it. I want to focus on the Performance Arts Building, which is the primary amount of money that is part of this campaign. And so we have a very generous alumni donor who has offered to Brandy McFall and I a $500,000 matching gift with anyone that wants to work with that particular project and level of donation. So we're very, very excited about that. And we do have some really nice activity with alumni going on currently that we're working to that goal. And as far as where we are with the Performing Arts Building, we're to 80% of our goal. And we're very confident that we hope to break ground in the summer at some point when the kids are out of school for the summer. So we're very excited about that. And also I might want to mention this matching gift is, he said, through March 31st. And so if you know of anyone that would be, this would interest them as far as a contribution level and having a match, please let myself or Brandy McFall know, or even Bree Andrews. And we look forward to working together on this project with you guys as well. So if there's anyone you can think of in your life's travels, and they're looking for something that they'd like to leave a legacy or a memorial gift, family member, or just a family itself, we would love to entertain a conversation with you. So with that said, does anyone have any questions for me?
That's just good news. Yeah, thank you, Kevin.
Thank you. And then my number is 937-239-2541 if you'd like to talk to me. And also Brandy McFall is available, and so is Bree Andrews.
And so we wanted to push that out on our own personal social media, especially about the matching, right? Is that right up there? On the website?
Well, this is actually pretty fresh news. And so we were working our channels of our prospects that we've had for over a year now. And so we've had to kind of start where we began a year ago. And so these prospects that have been talking to us are now back in conversations with us. So,
but if you wanted to donate, it's very easy online. You can donate to the Flourish campaign, flourishcampaign.org. If you want to talk about the pledge and we put it in that period, you can go there and donate directly to the campaign and we'll recognize it as a match in our communication. So the easiest place to go is flourishcampaign.org to donate.
Thank you for reminding me of that, because there's no www in that address. So anyway, so thank you for your time. Like I said, feel free to call me anytime. And Lauren, your parents know where to find me, because my better half lives across the street from your parents. Oh,
Yes,
you're Lauren.
yeah,
Okay,
right,
sorry.
I know,
Okay.
it's you.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
thank you for your time. Okay.
Thank
Thank
Turn
you,
it over to
Kevin.
Ashley. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Ashley Coyne, and I'm here representing the Grants Committee for OSF. We just finished our winter grant cycle, which was our largest yet, and we granted over $110,000 to all of the schools. Yep, covering all the schools, and this has put us over the $1 million mark for the time that we've been giving out grants. We funded 4 different grants, decodable books for the elementary, virtual reality piloting program for Smith, a 3D anatomy table at the high school, which is a really big deal. Ruth Herman donated a huge grant to, or gave us a lot of funding, and we especially we put this aside for her and for our high school. And then also outdoor science labs at Smith. So we're really excited about these 4 grants, and stay tuned, because there'll be lots of pictures and exciting things to show for these. Thank you.
Thanks, Ashley.
And here is our check for the $110,000+.
John, come on up.
John, would you like to accept that?
And then hand it right over to Tiffany.
Right.
Congratulations. Here, we'll do this. Ready? There we go. Thank you. All right.
Thank you so
Really
much.
appreciate it. Wonderful.
Yep.
Hey, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Awesome work.
Thank you.
There you go.
Right. Quickly file. So that being an old science guy and a biology teacher in my previous life, that the table that they're talking about is about 4 by 8 or so, and for full size, kids will be able to dissect various things, do knee replacement kinds of activities, amputation types of things, what they would do if they were in the medical field. Just a wonderful, wonderful tool that our science department is just, I don't know how to describe other than giddy about the opportunity to get their hands on and around that. And we will be one of the few schools, colleges, certainly public high schools in the state, if not the nation, to have this kind of a tool for our kids. So what a great partnership with the foundation, and great things as well. And for those of you that don't know, Mr. Jones was talking about the Arts Enhancement Program, and there are 3 levels to that, 3 different parts. One is to add about 10,000 square feet of space, new classroom space for band, orchestra, and chorus, and storage spaces and space so that kids can actually hear and perform and do within this learning space. It's not a performing center. It's not a new performing arts center. What it is classroom space so our students can learn and understand, so that they can perform and they can appreciate. So it's additional space for that. The second part is a renovation and an expansion of our visual arts section of the high school, junior high, to take the visual arts to create a gallery, some small learning spaces, a wet room where they can do more pottery and glazing and those types of things that they can keep as a wet room, and then the visual arts. And those would be in the chorus and band spaces that they are now. Once the chorus and band move out into their new spaces, then we can renovate that. And then the third part is to really enhance the auditorium, the acoustics, the sound, the lights, those types of pieces as well as a third part of this project. A really great thing, all privately funded, and they've been working really hard behind the scenes. They've gone public here in the last several months and have great momentum. So we're really excited about that. We'd love for more people to step up and help us do this for our kids to enhance the arts across the board. We've got great arts programs that have a history of supporting the arts. This will be another great step in that direction for our kids. So thank you for all that you're doing.
Thank you.
That was a really good time to.
Well, one more thing, and I always love when the foundation comes. I'm sorry to keep you guys, but it's been fun to be around for a while, to have seen the foundation's gift and grant and just mature. I remember when I was involved in it 12 something years ago, that you would come up and talk about a number in the $5,000 or $6,000 or $7,000, which was great, but we were doing books and things of that nature. Now we're in six figures and we're doing sophisticated engineering labs, and it's just really fun to see the maturity of the foundation. So thank you guys. I know you're a big part of that.
All right. While I've got the floor, I'll go ahead. Oakwood Junior High student Griffin career is the second quarter student of the month, or student of the quarter, and will be presented, I think it's this Friday, with the Rotary. So it's a partnership that we have with the Oakwood Rotary. So congratulations to Griffin. Congratulations also to the high school senior Grace Hartman, and you've heard Grace's name a lot of times because she has been all over the place, and state champion in multiple sports and different areas, but she was named the 21-22 Gatorade Ohio Girls Cross Country Player of the Year. And that recognized outstanding athletes in multiple sports. And then she will be a finalist for the prestigious Gatorade National Girls Cross Country Player of the Year Award, to be announced later this month. So congratulations to Grace, and she's quite a great kid and a hard worker and quite a runner. Wow. And let's see, good luck, or maybe break a leg is more appropriate, to the more than 100 Oakwood School students who make up the cast and crew of The Wizard of Oz. And so The Wizard of Oz is coming March 10th through 12th to the high school auditorium. Ticket information is available. All you have to do is look at the Fine Arts Booster section of the district website. So with all the munchkins, opportunity for the elementary kids to get involved. A really neat thing. It reminds me of when we did Oliver and all the students for the orphans. There. So 100, good for them. Great opportunity for our kids. Let's see where I'm. Let me share an announcement that's going to be coming out to our families. Those of you that are live, we're streaming live. We've been talking about masks and COVID for now it's 23 months. We are 23 months into this, and we have done a variety of things, from having to shut down to having to go remote to half days to online learning to, just an entire list of different things that have happened. Masks and cleaning protocols and social distancing and all of those kind of things. And we are just to the next phase or the next step, or we're ready to turn the next page, whatever metaphor you want to use there in this process. We continue to pay attention to the number of positive cases that are reported to us. We pay attention to the vaccine rates that are available. We don't have any idea whether Kyle's been vaccinated or not, which I have, and I've been boosted, but we don't know specifically who and what that is, but we have some aggregate numbers. So we pay attention to that by zip code. And we have one of the highest vaccination rates in the area, and it's certainly in the county. We pay attention to county and state numbers. We talk to medical professionals on a regular basis, our health commissioner, and we understand that we are all learning to live with this at different paces and at different speeds. So individually, where I am in my comfort level, but as an organization and as an institution, where are we and what is our next step and what are we ready to do? it would be really nice, and I say this quite often, it would be nice if there were a formula or an algorithm or some sort of a playbook that said, if this, then this, or, but it's simply not, it's not that simple. It just isn't. And so we take all the information that we have, we take the best guess as to what we need to do as a district and as an organization. We monitor those trends and we make changes and adjustments as we go. We just made some adjustments to our protocol in the last week based on what the Ohio Department of Health had recommended, and we changed those and we continue to do that. But the bottom line and the thing that you're looking for is after winter break, effective February the 28th, masks will be highly recommended for our students, especially those that haven't had their vaccines or their boosters. It'll be highly recommended, but it'll be optional. Masks will become optional effective February the 28th, the first day after winter break. We will be sending a letter at the end of this meeting out to our families so they can make adjustments, so that they can do whatever they need to do to prepare for that. But we got 4 more days of school. All 4 of the days will be masked, just as they are today. And then after winter break, then things will change. Just wanted to share that, take the opportunity while I have the floor to put that out.
That's great. Thank you, Dr. Ramey. We're ready for public comments, and I believe we have just one this evening, and it's Mr. Dalrymple.
Yep.
You stand around here and we'll all hear you. Happy belated birthday.
Oh yeah, thank you. How did you know it's my birthday?
A lot of stuff going on in my head,
There's
man.
a lot of stuff going on. All right, well, I am going to give a speech in the hopes I can get Kyle to move the deadline up even closer, like tomorrow, for the masks. And I know he told everyone about it because I was speaking.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyway, I'm going to tell my daughter it's my fault. So it's time to end the masking of our children. We've been masking our small children for nearly 2 years, despite the fact that they are extremely low risk of serious illness from COVID-19. Scientists have known this since the earliest stages of the pandemic, which is why many countries, schools were never shut down and children were never masked. Despite this lack of justification from nearly the beginning, here we are today, with a 100% mask policy in Oakwood. According to one UK study, wearing face coverings may have physical side effects and impair face identification, verbal and nonverbal communication between teachers and learners. And this means there are downsides to face coverings for pupils and students, including detrimental impacts on communication in the classroom. Study after study shows the ineffectiveness of masks in schools, which is why the WHO recommends against it for children given other factors. Can you even comprehend that what we have done to the smallest members of our community? We have 5- and 6-year-olds who have never seen their teachers' faces in the classroom. How are these kids supposed to learn social cues that are needed for growth and development? There's no data that exists that shows a compelling interest for what we have done for the last 2 years, and I hope we never go there again. I agree with this article I read in a tablet magazine. When the history books are written, we will not look wise or kind for insisting that kids and toddlers wear masks for hours on end, year after year, without ever testing this policy with controlled trials. We'll look ignorant, cruel, fearful, and cowardly. We might even look worse than our primitive ancestors who, when faced with plagues, engaged in all sorts of bizarre and superstitious behavior, but which rarely included making kids suffer the most. I also want to mention a side effect of all the mask policy and the COVID policy is a lack of access to school facilities by parents and parent volunteers. I was actually surprised last month when we came in here and several of the parents said they had never been in Hartman. I know that we want the clubs to return. We want a grand affair. We want assemblies. And we want our 6th graders to have a normal graduation. We want a hot dog lunch on the last day of school. It's about time that we go back to normal. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, curriculum showcase. Dr. Lang, you tee it up for us?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
This time our elementary counselors, Amber Perot and Michael Wan, they're going to showcase some highlights from the Military Kids Club.
So I've lived in, let's see, Germany, Alaska, Omaha, then moved to Texas, and I moved back here. Virginia, Alabama, Alaska, Italy, Alabama, Arkansas, and here. Nevada, and not here. Was there one more? I think there was one more, but I can't remember.
Children who grow up in the military have challenges that everyone else doesn't necessarily have. They have to move around quite frequently, generally every 3 years, and say goodbye to all of their friends or family that might be in the city they were in, and say hello to new people, and make new friends, and have to adapt to those situations quickly if they're going to succeed. There are programs and organizations in place to help make those transitions simpler on a macro level, especially considering the educational deficits that might exist from district to district, state to state. But that doesn't mean that it's easy. So Military Kids Club aims to address those gaps and those deficits and tries to make those transitions smoother. We want to make them have a good time. We want them to feel welcome and valued and on track instead of tossed around and forgotten about.
Even though there are many challenges, these kids are very resilient and service-oriented, and I applaud their families for sharing these amazing kids with us. Military Kids Club meets monthly at Smith. During this time, the students eat lunch, talk, and support and share stories about their lives. The kids have done service learning projects such as letters to the troops, Valentine's to the VA, crafts. We've shared traditions during the holidays, food, games, ice cream. We've done sidewalk chalk, popsicles.
In the winter, we have a FaceTime with a deployed parent.
What kind of beds do you sleep in?
Wow, when some of our soldiers first got here, they actually didn't have any beds for them.
So not only does the child of that parent get to talk to their parent in front of everyone, we get the opportunity to learn about deployment. We get to talk to those parents and ask them questions about where they are, what life is like, what they don't like. And the children whose parent it is are generally extra excited to share and show off their parent. For Veterans Day, Military Kids Club hosts a Veterans Day breakfast and assembly. We have breakfast goodies for our service people or veterans in our lives, active duty or otherwise, and we invite them to the school and we share a meal together. This year we did it outside on the front lawn because of COVID. But in the past, we have had full breakfasts in the cafeteria. We hope to get back to that again eventually. And then we have special service members give speeches to the entire school population. We come out to the front lawn. We have a flag raising ceremony. We listen to service people speak. We listen to students speak. They write poetry. In April, we celebrate Month of the Military Child and Purple Up Day. This is a day for visibility. This is a day for the military kids to feel seen and heard and valued. And we let the entire school know this is what a military kid is, this is what they go through, and we want to thank them for their service too. Not only are their parents making sacrifices, but they're making sacrifices too. This year we have something particularly exciting planned. We have a field day scheduled for Hartman students and Smith students to get together and participate.
A favorite this year is definitely going to be the end of the year meetup with Hartman, in which their Military Kids Club and ours will have a picnic and games.
Just a great way for everybody to say hello, say goodbye. We'll celebrate the students who have been here who might be PCSing, that's leaving, having a permanent change of station, and letting them know how much we'll miss them and hopefully setting up their relationships to last longer than just the time that they're here.
I love that the new military kids are often invited by current members, and this, I think, really truly speaks to the mission for our group. This group is an amazing compilation of kids from all backgrounds. We have children who have moved across the globe to kids who've only experiences here at Wright Pat, And these kids bring a wealth of knowledge that is captivating for all to hear. They are bright, motivated, and an exciting group that I enjoy spending my time with. I am honored to help them navigate their paths while they're here at Smith and beyond.
I started here at Hartman. That was one of the first things that Sarah Patterson said to me. I'm really excited about Military Kids Club, and that needs to persist now that you're here also. And I'm so glad that she said that, and that I've had the opportunity to get to meet these families and hear their stories. And that has inspired me further too. I'm teaching a course at Wright State this semester, as a matter of fact, called Social Work with Military Families. And that's, like I said, inspired by my work here with the children and seeing how resilient they are and speaking to the families and hearing about all of the different things that they go through. It's made me learn a whole lot, and I look forward to continuing to learn and be inspired by this population. And hopefully I'll be able to pay some of that back and help them also.
That's great. Thank you to Michael, thanks to Amber, and thanks too for Tracy for helping program that video. And I know that she was behind the scenes filming and editing and working her magic. So Tracy, thank you very much to you as well. Board reports. I'm going to start with Mr. Wilson.
Yes. All right. This is from the Alumni Association, and starting off with fun fact. Michael, is it Hope or Het?
Hoyt.
Thank you. Yep. Michael Hoyt. I saw it in print for that. Hoyt, 2016 was the first Oakwood alum to play in the Super Bowl. He played for the Rams. Was extremely excited to represent Oakwood and for this accomplishment. Communication alumni newsletter is set to be sent out the last week of February. We've received exciting updates from alumni and cannot wait to share. Also, social media has received many articles that feature alumni, and the association is looking forward to sharing those on social media in the coming weeks. In terms of reunions, Caitlin is continuing to work on reunions with class reps. In the process of planning building tours for the class of 1970 reunion this July, and currently they are updating information and helping class reps with locating classmates. In terms of fundraising, a group of alumni are working to raising money for a Howard Sales Scholarship. They are hoping to gain the help of more alum athletes in the coming months. And in terms of events, the Athletic Hall of Fame Banquet was held on January 28th. It was a wonderful event. Alums Jim Reston, Tom Litzkrieger, Bob Brundage, Wendy McElwain, I'm really sorry if I'm butchering that, Jan Lohmeyer, and the 1972 wrestling team were inducted into the Oakwood Athletics Hall of Fame. That's my report.
Thanks, John.
At Athletic Hall of Fame, they're doing 3 of them in this calendar year, basically, because in 2020 it was canceled. So they did the 2020 class in the fall, in September, late August. Then they did this one in January, which is the 2021 class. And then 2022 will go in at the end of August, middle of August of this year. So they'll be caught up and ready to roll from there. So it's an always neat program and wonderful stories told by the kids, by the adults, by what Oakwood meant to them and what athletics meant to them and all the connections that they had. It's a pretty neat event if you get a chance to go.
Great, thank you. I don't know yet who might or might not. So Laura, do you have one? Okay, Darren?
Just a couple upcoming meetings. The Technology Committee is having its first meeting on, I'll be attending on February 28th in the afternoon, and policy is set for March 5th at 10 a.m.
Great.
I'll have a report next month from both.
All right, we're holding you to it.
Thanks.
Lauren.
Yeah, I reached out to Amanda Hyde, the Oakwood Fine Arts president, and she shared they have their big fundraiser coming up. They just do the one fundraiser every year, which is the Young at Art, and that is coming up March 19th from 7 to 9:30 at the high school. And she'd love if we would all spread the word I have a flyer that she sent, and I think that it's also on Facebook. We could share it from there. About it, I did reach out. Sounds like Mr. Philly has not received an update from that, so maybe next month.
Great, thank you. Just an update on the Business Advisory Council. We met last Monday, I believe, and Tiffany and Dan walked us through kind of the current events and affairs of the finances of the district. We probably had, I don't know, a good healthy participation of 10 or 12 of the members, and a good discussion, good Q&A. My takeaway was everyone walked away with an understanding of where we are and what we're up to, and it's good. It's a good discussion. And that meeting used to happen more frequently. It has stalled a little bit because of COVID, of course, but we'll, I think, get back into a regular cadence. And it was good to see some familiar faces. With that, I will turn it over to Tiffany for budget and finance.
All right. Item 1 is a change order number 10 for the master facilities plan phase 1.
And please have a motion to approve the recommendation at 5A. Tiffany?
Mr. Wilson?
Aye.
Dr. Middleton? Aye. Mr. Schwederman?
Aye.
Ms. Kawhi? Aye. And Mr. Duell?
Aye.
Item B is change order number 11 to the master facilities plan phase 1.
A motion please to approve the recommendation at 5B.
Second.
Tiffany?
Dr. Middleton? Aye. Ms. Kawhi?
Aye.
Mr. Schwederman?
Aye.
Mr. Wilson?
Aye.
And Mr. Duell?
Aye.
Just, I'm going to jump in there.
Please.
Those change orders are really minor things that we're just wrapping up. Hopefully, we're going to be wrapping up all of phase 1 in the next several weeks. I hope there are no more change orders. Typically, change orders are something you don't want, but it seems like we're coming in right on budget and on time-ish. I was thinking we would be done, but we're really right now in the commissioning of making sure this system is talking to this system, and we don't want to take control over the systems until they are 100% ready, because that's when the guarantees will begin. So that's an important function. Things are going well. We're wrapping up. Hopefully, we'll wrap up sometime soon and be done. Sorry to jump in there, Tim.
That's all right. You jumped the gun. I was going to do that in D, but thank you. Item C is a recommendation to approve the fiscal year 22 appropriations amendment and certificate of estimated resources. Just to note, these are for the most part federal grant changes and updates.
Great. A motion please to approve the recommendation at 5C.
So moved. Second.
Tiffany?
Mr. Schwederman?
Aye.
Mr. Wilson?
Aye.
Dr. Middleton? Ms. Kawhi?
Aye.
And Mr. Duell?
Aye.
Item D is presented for review, the January 2022 monthly financial report. We also was going to note the update of project master facility project 1.0. But then I do also want to take a second and update the board that we did on February 8th receive our audit release for last year's audit. Proud to report that it is an absolutely clean audit. And actually very clean audit. And so that is out there for anybody who wants to take a look. That's there. And we should be proud, I believe, of the results of said audit. Like I said, it's very clean. Nothing in the report.
Thanks to you and your team.
Absolutely.
Okay. Unfinished business.
Can you?
Oh.
There's a motion on we need a motion in a second on the table for item D.
Oh, is that for?
It's listed as an action item, yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. May I have a motion, please, to approve the recommendation to 5D?
Second.
Tiffany?
Dr. Middleton? Aye. Ms. Kawhi?
Aye.
Mr. Schwederman?
Aye.
Mr. Wilson?
Aye.
And Mr. Duell?
Aye. My apologies. Now, any unfinished business? Any new business by the board? Hearing none, Dr. Ramey, administrative reports and superintendent recommendations, please.
Sure. Item 8A, recommendation is made to approve continued membership in the Ohio High School Athletic Association for the 22-23 school year.
A motion, please, to approve the recommendation at 8A.
Mr. Schwederman,
Aye.
Dr. Middleton, Mr. Wilson,
Aye.
Ms. Kawhi, and Mr. Duo.
Aye.
Item 8D is recommendation is made to approve the junior high elective courses as presented at the January 10th, 2022 board meeting.
Any motion, please, to approve the recommendation at 8B.
So moved.
Tiffany?
Mr. Wilson,
Aye.
Dr. Middleton, Ms. Kawhi, Mr. Schwederman,
Aye.
and Mr. Duo.
Aye.
Item 8C, recommendation is made to approve the 2022 kindergarten and elementary school reading program as presented at the January 10th board meeting.
Any motion, please, for the recommendation found at 8C. Tiffany?
Dr. Middleton, Ms. Kawhi, Mr. Schwederman,
Aye.
Mr. Wilson,
Aye.
and Mr. Duo.
Aye.
Item 8D, recommendation is made to approve the following job description changes. There's an operations coordinator / business manager, the assistant treasurer, and then payroll benefits specialist that we made some adjustments to their job description.
For a motion, please, to approve the recommendation at 8D.
So moved.
Tiffany?
Mr. Schwederman,
Aye.
Ms. Kawhi, Mr. Wilson,
Aye.
Dr. Middleton, and Mr. Duo.
Aye.
The next couple items are just informational. We needed to adjust a couple of dates for the junior high and high school summer school plan. So we just adjusted those accordingly. So that's just informational. And then the other is a field trip for the baseball team and the academic decathlon. Baseball team is going to Myrtle Beach in March, and academic decathlon will be going to Cleveland to start their defense of the national championship. Of course, all of these things are subject to change, whether it's national security or COVID or any other reason to change. But we wanted to plan and get those on the books and have every intention of going and being able to do those things. Just information.
Okay, thank you. Why don't you keep rolling there, sir?
All right. If we can take item 9A along with 10A through J together, that would be my recommendation.
That's great. May I please have a motion to approve the recommendations found at 9A and 10A through 10J?
So moved.
Tiffany?
Mr. Wilson,
Aye.
Dr. Middleton, Ms. Kawhi, Mr. Schwederman,
Aye.
and Mr. Duo.
Aye. Tiffany, if you would take us into executive session.
Absolutely. Let me roll there quickly. It is recommended to enter executive session for the specific purpose of considering the appointment and employment of a public employee or official and negotiations.
A motion, please, to move into executive session.
Second.
Tiffany?
Dr. Middleton? Mr. Schwederman?
Aye.
Ms. Kawhi? Mr. Wilson?
Aye.
And Mr. Duo.
Aye. That concludes the public portion of our meeting. After the executive session, the board will exit the session and end the meeting with taking no further action on behalf of the district. So thank you for those participating via Zoom and participating live. That ends the meeting. Thank you.